Good morning, everyone. It's Rupert from We Are Chain, just here with the next in our series of tips and tricks for Shopify. This morning, I'm going to show you through very, very briefly the settings screen, which can be found on the bottom left-hand side of the screen down here. And just click on the cog, and it will appear with all of this information. So, without further ado, when you first click on it, you'll see, excuse me, store details. Very, very straightforward. You're going to see your store name and email address, telephone number, billing address, store currencies, and units of measure, and that sort of thing. Now, what I'm not going to do is click into each of these individual sections now, but it just run through them very briefly so you know where to look for bits and bobs. So the plan will tell you what Shopify plan you're on. So the basic Shopify plan monthly is $39 a month. However, if you clicked on the link in the bio below, I believe you can get Shopify for £1 a month for the first 3 months, so make sure you do that. Billing, that's actually how what sort of payment method is stored. So if you ever, Shopify won't work unless you have a credit card on file or a debit card on file for it to charge for not only the plan, but also for any apps that you purchase. Users and permissions. Now, Shopify standard comes with yourself being the main owner, and you can also have to add 2 members of staff as well. So you can have someone in the warehouse and someone in the office can have access at all times. Payments, those are the different payment methods that you take. So there'll be Shopify payments itself, which is actually Stripe, that I'm sure you've heard of, but you could have PayPal, you could have Amazon Pay, you could use ClearPay, you can use Klarna, and there are a couple of other methods as well, but they're all within there to have a look at. Shopify Capital, after you've been trading for 6 months to a year, Shopify may actually offer you capital to boost your business, so the information's in there. Checkout, this is where you can brand your checkout, and you can select one page checkout if you're eligible for that now. Customer accounts, that's just making sure that information like, is it mandatory that people have to have a customer account, or is it mandatory that you need to have their telephone number and email address? Shipping and delivery, this is a very important one, which I'm going to spend a lot more time on in a further video, but this is where you set up your shipping for the various different products and or services that you may be selling. Taxes and duties, so really whether you're VAT registered, if you're in the UK, or if you're taxed in the US, or tax across Europe and the rest of the world. Location, so this will be the main location that you're actually based at. So in our case, it's going to be Estate Office, Chilmark Manor Farm. But it may well be that you have dropship locations as well. So you might have a third-party location in there. Gift cards goes without saying, so you can actually set them up so they're automated, so people can purchase a gift card and it'll get emailed to them. Shopify Markets, again, this is quite a new feature, but it enables you to sell your products internationally, and Shopify will manage a large part of the process for you. Again, I'll come on to that in a later video. Apps and sales channels. Obviously, your main sales channel is going to be the website itself, but you also have Shop, which is Shopify's community, I would say, which enables you to sort of market your products through that. And it also means things like if you use PayPal, the next website you go on to that uses PayPal, that uses Shopify, it'll automatically recognize that. But again, we'll come on to that in more details in a further video. Domains, this is where you store your, for this case, this dogs.co.uk, and everything's tested on there. It will redirect from, do you see up at the top, it says that this bit up here is actually our store, www.dogs.co.uk is actually our Shopify domain name, and that's where you redirect everything. Customer events, if you're organizing any events, you can have them there. The brand, so this is quite a new feature. Again, you can put all your branding in here, so this can be your logos, colors, you can put favicons in there, you can put icons for social media, so it's just a good storage place. Notifications, again, this is where you put everything to do with your customer order confirmations, your returns, if should you need them, shipping information, and again, you can customize all of those. Custom data, again, we'll come on to this in much more detail, but this is where you use meta fields, and you can actually request additional information from the customer. Languages goes without saying. Policies. Now, this is where Shopify has its really useful sort of standard shipping, standard returns, standard privacy policies, and you can actually look at that to check. And actually, when you get started, if you don't want to spend thousands on having them made up specifically for you, you can use the Shopify generic ones. Just make sure that where it says enter company name, you put your company name in there. And then finally, store activity log. This is where you can just see what's been going on over the last however long. But that is the end of my quick whiz through the settings. As ever, if you'd like any more information, please do get in touch. Please do remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we look forward to welcoming you to our next video. Many thanks. Goodbye.